Other than that, it's really easy prep. Yeah, we got a great challenge ahead of us. Terrific team, complete in every way, really. No clear, identifiable weaknesses. To be honest with you, you look at like any elite team that would be certainly a Final Four contender, national champion contender. They're elite on both ends. You won't ever hear me say both sides of the ball, by the way. We have a round ball. Okay, all right. Yeah, so pet peeve of mine with basketball coaches. Yeah, they're complete on both ends, and it's interesting when you look at their team. You get great respect for how it's been constructed. They've been the model of consistency for a number of years, and I know maybe a few years ago they had a couple down years, but they've really been a model of consistency here late, and I think it's a byproduct of solid recruiting. Matt's an excellent coach. His staff does an excellent job, but you look, they haven't had a ton of transfers. They've just had solid recruiting class after solid recruiting class, and that's how you have consistency. You can't have consistency if you have an entire recruiting class transfer, or in 2 or 3 year span a bunch of guys leave. And that what they have had has had just consistent solid recruiting class after solid recruiting class, and they've really done a great job developing their players who have just grown in as they've gotten older, and they're really good players. So it's a great challenge.
Obviously, they're a different type of team than Michigan State, but in some ways, is the challenge similar when you look at their offensive, defensive efficiencies? That the numbers remind me a little bit of what it was like when you had to prepare for that game. Is it a similar type of challenge?
Yeah, it is in a lot of ways. Just on the road, that's the one obvious thing. And then the second thing is their ability to shoot it is at a completely different level. And I think that's what really gives them a chance, I think, to have a great run. I don't ever want to say, national. They have a chance to make a great run in the tournament because of their efficiency from behind the arc. It is a joke. So that's the one area that I would say is not even close to comparable to the Michigan State team.
And you mentioned obviously being on the road. You guys haven't really faced like a true Big Ten road environment this season. How much of an impact could that possibly have on this game?
Yeah, it's a good question because, Wisconsin, it was the Big Ten football championship, so we probably didn't get their normal crowd in that particular game. Let's be honest, that's a great environment, but that was a unique one there. Iowa was good and loud and really got into it in the second half when they made a major run and knocked us around. Northwestern's in a different venue,
right.
We have the most challenging stretch here of games that I faced in conference play as a head coach. I don't think there's any comparison with the number of road games and the number of really challenging road environments that we're going to face with teams that are all in the upper half of the league, as well as obviously 2 home games against teams that are going to be hungry to get us. So it's. I think our guys have understood that this is clearly the most challenging stretch of our season. It's not even close. There's no comparison.
Coach, when you